And it's raining today. It's actually very late in some parts, and some parts it seems like it's kind of bright. Let's see if it stops. And what's going on today? I thought this was kind of interesting. I looked at this at first and it said drones in IKEAs. And by the looks of it, I thought it was just a toy at first, like they're selling it, but apparently they're using it for business operations. This one says 100 drones now used across IKEA, retail for stock inventory. 100 autonomous drones are now flying in IKEA stores, the latest in IKEA Zaventem, Belgium, with IKEA Group being the first retailer to use such solutions successfully at scale for stock inventory. IKEA is constantly looking for new opportunities to innovate and create an even better experience for customers across channels. 2 years ago, IKEA Group and the supply chain development team at IKEA Group, together with Verity, a provider of indoor drone systems, started developing a fully autonomous drone solution to track inventory and improve the well-being of its co-workers on the floor. I can imagine in a place like IKEA, since it's so huge, I guess it would be useful for these things just to go around and see what the status is. At the same time, be wondering, would it be the same thing as just having just regular cameras, I guess, in a lot of different areas? Although you probably won't go in there seeing drones flying around because apparently they do it when the place is closed from the public. It says as a result, 100 busy drones are now at work during non-operational hours to improve store accuracy and secure availability of products for online or physical retailing. This solution supports a more ergonomic workplace for IKEA co-workers as they no longer need to manually confirm each pallet. And for them, I guess they say it's kind of a positive in virtually every way, I suppose. And it says the first drone took off in IKEA Switzerland in 2021, and the 100 that are operational now are stocking inventory in 16 different locations in Belgium, Croatia, Slovenia, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, and Switzerland. So they'll do more than just looking. I guess that's kind of cool. I've actually never seen it yet in terms of automated robots, for example, working in warehouses, although apparently here they have stores using robots too to do things like inventory and all that. And I read this today, which made me wonder, is this even a possibility? Apparently here there's a lawsuit where some parents are suing the maker of Fortnite, the video game, because they say, I guess, it's too addictive. It says BC parent launches class action lawsuit against makers of Fortnite video game. A Vancouver parent has launched a proposed class action lawsuit against the makers of Fortnite, saying the popular video game is designed to be, quote, as addictive as possible for children. In the lawsuit filed in BC Supreme Court on Friday, the plaintiff, identified only as AB, says her son downloaded Fortnite in 2018 and developed an adverse dependence on the game. The statement of claim says the game incorporates a number of intentional design choices, such as offering rewards for completing challenges and making frequent updates, which encourages players to return repeatedly. The statement says Fortnite creator Epic Games enriches itself by making content and customization options purchasable via an in-game currency, which are purchased with real cash. The class action lawsuit would still need approval from the court, and none of the allegations have been proven in court. So what exactly would be the legality of this? It says the plaintiff is seeking damages alleging the game breaches the BC Business Practices and Consumer Protection Act, as well as for, quote, unjust enrichment and medical expenses for psychological or physical injuries, among other claims. I don't know how this would actually pan out, because in general too, like here I would kind of argue, I mean, it's kind of bad for the situation where the kids, let's just say, addicted to something, but you as the parent, can't you just take the game away? Whatever it is, their computer, their tablet, saying, oh, stop spending so much time playing this. I thought that was pretty standard for parents usually, isn't it? To monitor their kids. It could be anything, watching TV or something like that. Like, stop doing this, go outside and play and so forth. Although at the same time, with all the over-the-top regulations, do people hate people going outside? Don't you dare go outside, I don't know, and fly this drone or whatever. It's quite illegal. I think that's an example too, where there's so many restrictions in various places with, quote, toys and all that. Maybe you want variety of things where people actually go outside, huh? Kind of reminds me of those shows before where there are kids, for example, they eat really unhealthy, they gain so much weight, and the parents blames it on the food that they're eating and I guess the companies that put in so much sugar and so forth. But like there, wouldn't you say, okay, you're the parent, you decide what to feed the kid. Now you could argue, well, they're crying and so forth, but like in some of those shows, they show people come in, well, that's what you have to do. The kid cries and so forth, you don't let them have their way, you teach them, I guess, the better way and so forth. So like there, it makes me wonder how much of the responsibility should be on the parent themselves overall in terms of making the decision on what the child can consume. And speaking of health, this was kind of interesting to think about. I was reading this article here where there's apparently someone on the health board in Ottawa where because of her weight, somebody was saying you should not be in these types of positions in life because you're a bad example. That's what the person's claiming in this letter anyways, from what they say. It says, woman told she shouldn't serve on Ottawa Health Board because of her weight. So apparently it started with this article here from the Ottawa Citizen, and it said here, City of Ottawa seeking to increase diversity in public representation on its advisory boards. And you can see there's a picture of her there, and I suppose this is what triggered the person to write that letter, I guess, saying they feel she's overweight, and if you work in a health type of position, then you should be setting an example for people to be, I guess, whatever it is, athletic, for example, if that's, I don't know, that's the mindset. So it says here, she finally opened the envelope March 18th and realized it was a response to an Ottawa Citizen article in which Banham called for more diversity on city boards. The letter is signed, but CBC has been unable to verify its authenticity or find the writer, and is therefore redacting the name. Banham has been a member of the Ottawa Board of Health for 4 years and has applied for another 4, the article noted. But the letter writer took exception to that, apparently based on a photo of Banham accompanying the article. And so with this, I guess, unverified letter, it says here, as member of the Ottawa Board of Health, citizens expect you to be a role model for our city's residents and believe you cannot fulfill that role due to your unhealthy status. It is unacceptable to be overweight by the 20 pounds it appears you are carrying. The letter in Banham reads, I would be happy to see you on the new committee on the condition that you become a better role model. So because of that, I guess she published it and people were supporting her, and like she's saying it's body shaming and so forth. That's kind of an interesting topic because I've often read people say this where when they disagree with certain, I guess, health advice and so forth, there's memes where they show pictures of, I don't know, let's just say a quote overweight physician or something like that giving advice over someone who's, I don't know, again, athletic or something like that. So the thought is, who would you listen to? So in this case though, in these types of positions, would you expect the person to not be, quote, overweight in order to do stuff like this? Or would you say no, it's all about, I guess, things like knowledge and all that? Alright, see you guys later.